Hey, good afternoon. So I'm here today to do a overview, quick rundown of the Squier limited edition bullet Telecaster in Lake Placid Blue. I just got it in, and literally it is here in the box. I have not opened it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm going to leave the guitar exactly as it is. Not do any modifications or anything else besides hopefully just have to tune it up, and we'll give it a shot and give it a quick rundown, and we'll see how the guitar is. So I'll check back in a quick minute. Alright guys, so welcome back. I just literally took it out of the package. Okay, it came in this foam, undid the foam, and this is how the guitar literally looks coming from the package. So just give you a little bit of a rundown of what the guitar looks like. Now, I'm assuming obviously it has a pickguard on it. Now, the first thing I absolutely notice is a chunk. I don't say a chunk, but it's a small nick. I don't know if you can be able to see it, and it's actually in the pickup. Now, that's literally out of the package. I hope that the camera picks that up, but there is a little bit of a chunk out of the pickup, so it's a little bit of a bummer. So the finish looks pretty nice. It still has the plastic on the Squier neck plate. You can see this is obviously a string through. This, again, let me just quick, you know, besides some dust, the plate or the plastic is still on the front pickup. Just gonna, now my first impression, the knobs, not, in fact, I don't know if the sound, you can literally hear the knob rubbing against the metal. It is not smooth at all. The volume's not too bad, but the tone knob definitely has some friction on it. The volume knob is smooth. The 508 jack, you can even see here, it's got a piece of plastic on it that was not smoothed down, so you can feel the rough piece of that. Now, again, this guitar is $179 is the list price. I got it on sale for $119.99 to Musician's Friend. I've never owned a Telecaster before, and just wanted to go ahead and give it a shot. And for the price point, I was hoping, as I'm going to hope, that the guitar was playable, have a little bit of fun with it. Of course, I'm not expecting top quality for $120. But at the same token, I always try to take into fact it does have the Fender name on it. Fender put their name on this guitar. Just looking at the neck and looking at the heel, it's pretty clean. I'm just going to take these tags off. Proposition 65 California. The inspection card set up, so this was finished 7/26 of 2019, and final inspection on 7/26 2019. So this is the inspection card. Looking at the headstock, and to show you, it looks pretty clean. I don't see any marks. Now, something I always like to do with guitars is when I run my hands up and down the fingerboard, not too bad. I can feel the top better than the bottom. I can feel a few of the frets would have to get finished down, but it doesn't feel too bad. Again, I do have another little, it's small, but if the camera can pick it up, I have a small finish flaw here. The back, of course, of the head, so you can see it. This is crafted in Indonesia. So I'll give you an idea what that looks like. Okay. Now as I come up the back of the neck, again, it all looks pretty smooth. The finish, I do love the color. Pickguard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I'm correct, 10 screws. So obviously I haven't plugged this in yet, just looking at the finish. It's small, but again, there's another little finish flaw right here. A little bit of an imperfection. It may buff out, but it does look like it's under the clear coat. Have another flaw here in the finish. If that shows up, it's very small, but it's a little, almost looks like a chip or a black dot out of the finish. The ferrules, I think if you pronounce that correctly, the ferrules, okay, are all pretty cleanly set. And again, the neck feels pretty good. So if you don't know a lot about the guitar, it's a 25.5-inch scale. It has 21 frets. Okay, it's a 9.5-inch radius Indian Laurel fingerboard. The nut width up here is 1.65 inches or 42 millimeters. Obviously the two single coil pickups and the three-way switch. So I don't know if this has got a finish on it. No, I don't think it does. There's semi-clean. I don't see any major scratches in the bridge. They did clean up, which is pretty nice. You can see the markings where they dropped in the frets. Another little finish flaw. And again, I have to keep in mind this guitar again is $119.99. So what I'm going to do is the only thing I'm going to leave it exactly as is. I'm just going to tune it up. Wow, because it's not even close to being in tune. I know I've read some people have gotten lucky and out of the box it was ready to play. This is obviously not even close, and we'll plug this in and we'll give it a little bit of a whirl and kind of see how it sounds, and hopefully give you some information again, or some useful information on this bullet. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so back again. The only thing that I have done to this guitar is tune it. Okay, I'm going through a clean amp. It's a Line 6 Spider 475. I have everything turned off, no reverb, no delay, nothing, just so you can hear what the pickups sound like. It did tune up. Now, just to note, this guitar has been in my house for about 36 hours, just to acclimate to the temperature. I'm up in the Northeast, and it's pretty cool up here. It's been into actually 34 degrees the other day. So I wanted to let it get adjusted to the temperature, otherwise I know things are going to be kind of going out of whack. So anyway, it's light. It's a light guitar, and it feels, light. Feels good, but it does feel light. So I'm just on the neck pickup, and I have the volume and tone all turned all the way up, just to give you an idea. So just to adjust the tone, to show you kind of what the tone does. Okay, so the tone all the way back. Okay, so definitely, but again, this knob, the tone knob on this guitar, it really has a lot of friction in it. And again, you can not only hear it, but you can feel the knob as I'm turning it here. All right, so I'm going to go to the middle position. Okay, so again, it's a three-way selector. And last, we're just going to go down to the bridge pickup, volume up, tone up. Now I do laugh because I can see my fingers already turning a very dark color. Now, I do hear what they do a lot of these guitars before they get done with them is they actually put a dye on them to get them a little bit darker, and clearly the dye is coming off on my hands pretty quick here. I guess especially with the ebony boards today, but even the rosewood, they put some dye on them to darken them up before they ship them out. So just very quickly, I'm going to go over and just add a little bit of reverb and delay, very, very little. But again, we're going to go back to our neck pickup and just give you an idea what this sounds like again. It's going to go to our middle selector now, give you an idea what this sounds like. And finally, I'm just going to go to our bridge pickup. Same settings again, a little bit of reverb and just a slight delay, an analog delay. So, I don't know if you can see, but if you are interested in the information, hopefully this will show up. This is the model information on the guitar itself, and just to give you again the inspection. So again, the Fender Squier. Now, what's interesting here, because this says Squier by Fender Telecaster, okay, and the bullet, and what's interesting here, it says AFF. So I'm going to look up, because usually it stands for affinity, okay, but again, and looking, this definitely is the bullet Telecaster, again in Lake Placid blue. So just to go up real quick and give you an idea of a little bit, maybe just give you a little bit of whoa, all right, a little bit loud there. With a little bit of a rock. Okay. Middle selection. Finally, we'll go up to our neck pickup. So, again, and all these, you're going to make your own decisions. You know, again, I always want to keep in perspective, of course, the price point. It's $120. It is still amazing what you can make today for $120. Overall, I think it's average at best. If you're somebody who's a new player, again, I don't own any Telecasters. I've got mostly Strats, and that end, and some crazy BC Riches and Ibanez's and things like that. and really my impressions are, you know, again, what I'm going to look at and I'm going to try to get my hands on is moving up to the Infinity line and seeing the difference in that between that, of course, and the Bullet, and see if the, you know, I believe it's about an extra $50 in that ballpark, and then kind of keep moving up. I mean, obviously, then you get into the deluxe lines. I know they got some Vibe lines out there. Fender's changing a lot of things right now. Then of course you get into your Mexicans. So again, it really depends on your budget and, you know, your price point. For $120, you can't go wrong. Maybe the thing that I'm thinking about is I've got a few guitars I've picked up, for example, for Monoprice. They were about $80 or $90, and I have to be honest with you, I'm probably a little bit happier with their quality. I've owned some of the Monoprice guitars for more than a year now. I've had no issues with them. I think I had one selector switch go bad, but they play well. And listen, I don't think this would be a bad buy for, again, $120. I love the color. I think it's beautiful. I love the chrome hardware. I think they did a nice job with it. Again, it all comes down to quality control. I've read a lot of people have kind of pushed you towards the Indonesian plant. This is made in Indonesia versus China. How much that has an impact, I don't know, but again, just trying to read and do my homework. A lot have said kind of go towards the Indonesian ones. They're a little bit better quality. Do I think Fender missed the boat on this? I don't. I don't think they missed the boat on it. Would I have loved a little bit more, you know, quality control? For me, even at $120, there's no excuse for a tone button to come out that is so loud and has so much friction on it. You know, there's really kind of no excuse for that per se. Other than that, it's little things. I know this is all about mass production. They're making these as quick as possible. To note, originally when I ordered this guitar, it told me it was not going to be in until February, which I didn't mind waiting. I just, you know, they don't charge you until they ship it. And then I was very surprised to get the email that said, you know, it's now November. Hey, the guitar, you know, it's being shipped, and I got it in just a few days. So again, overall impressions are, it's not a bad guitar. Am I going to keep it? I'm going to have to think about it and, you know, kind of look at some different quality control issues. Again, the toe knob is a little bit of a bothersome one. Again, a few finish flaws, you know. Again, another one here that I can kind of feel. It might come off in the paint, you know, in this paint. And again, it's all just little things, and I want to keep it, again, account. It's $120. Now, again, I believe you cannot get these on Fender.com. I've looked. I haven't been able to find them. I believe it's an exclusive through Musician's Friend only. Now, just to even note, and I know you can feel on some of them. I was at Guitar Center the other day playing a bunch of them. But even here on the back with the neck, you know, it's not perfect, but I can... certain spots, like right in here, I can definitely feel the wood overlay as it's coming through. Is it a killer? It's not. Would it make me from not buying the guitar? Again, for $120, would have been nice if they could have gotten that a little bit smoother. But I can definitely feel it in a few areas. In fact, even up in here, I can feel it as well. So again, I wouldn't say don't go out and, oh my gosh, don't buy this guitar. But again, at the same token, if you have a little bit more money, I would say go for the Infinity line, give that a shot. Or again, you look for, you know, if you don't mind little flaws, you look for something used, and maybe the Mexican maids, and you know, save a little, which I've seen them anywhere from $300 to $400 in that ballpark, and go from there. So anyway, I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of information if you were looking for one of these, and can give you a little bit of feedback on it. Again, it's not a bad guitar. Just overall, would I recommend it? For $120, you can't go wrong. But again, once I get up there, I'm going to try to get my hands on the Affinity, and hopefully maybe that little bit of extra money. You know, for example, when I'm looking at the nut here, it's hard to tell. They don't even tell you, in fact, whether it's synthetic bone. They just say not available, which usually means it's plastic. It's kind of actually hard to tell in this one. It actually almost does look synthetic. Where I know some of the cheap guitars, in fact, like my Monoprices, I did check, I changed the nut. It was the best $9 investment I ever made, because it was clearly plastic. This may actually be synthetic. And again, sometimes I know you can tell mostly, you know, by feel, but it does actually feel synthetic. Like a synthetic bone. And it is clean around the head. You know, again, I don't have any issues with that. I wish this little dent here, clearly somebody banged it. when they were tuning it up or working on it. So, but anyway, if you have any comments, if you have any experiences with it, you know, please, of course, put your comments below. Of course, always love when people subscribe or ring the bell when new videos come up. But again, I will work for the future to try to get on the Affinity model, and you know, see if that upgrade is worth the $50, you know, or around that ballpark, you know, what it goes for, and if it's worth the extra few dollars. So again, appreciate your time again. Any comments, you know, anything on the guitars, anything you can share to kind of, you know, help each other out and make people make a smart decision on a guitar. You know, I think it's really kind of a neat thing. Again, I love the color. I think they're on the right track. I think just, again, probably overall with a little bit more quality control, I think this really could have been a killer deal. It could have been great. A little disappointed, again, as I said, but it's a good guitar. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys soon. Take care. Bye. So just checking in real quick. I wanted to give an update, and I thought about it, and I wound up returning the guitar. Musician's Friend was awesome. I called them up, no questions asked. I spoke to a gentleman named Jordan. I got right through. Sent me a return label, and you know, he didn't even need for me to explain what was wrong with it. But also, when I was going through the guitar, I was thinking about keeping it, and I was looking at the bridge plate. There was also a screw that was so crooked, and it was drilled out. I'm surprised I missed it when I was going through the initial inspection, but where the bridge is mounted and the screw is behind the pickup. So after careful consideration, I wound up, I'm going to return the guitar. And once I replace it, I'll do another video and kind of give an update on where I'm at. You know, maybe try to get a little bit of a better model. And I'm sure, listen, like everything else, it's a crapshoot. You could buy one of these Squier limited edition bullet Telecasters and get a perfect one. I'm sure they're pumping these things out hundreds by the day, and I probably just got one that was not the best, and I'm sure you'll probably have better luck. So, and again, in the end, you know, for starting out, whatever, beginner, someone looking to pick up a Telecaster, I'd recommend give it a shot. Again, for $119, it is hard to go wrong. It really is, but hopefully you'll have better luck than I did. And again, you know, post your comments below. You know, anything we can share to help each other out, guys. And thanks a lot. Be well.